Okay, we got 2 watching, 1 thumbs up, 1 on the chat board. We got back watch on the chat board. Good evening, everybody. This is Frankie Day Models. We're going to have a little live stream night action on the Danish icebreaker tugboat St. Canute by Building Boats. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, this thing is a treat to work on, tricky as hell. It's a full functioning RC model, and I don't know, it's turning out better than I thought it would. We've got a lot more work to go on though. It's over with. Okay, we'll swing the camera around and take a look at this thing. It looks prettier than me. Okay, shipmates. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight's show. It's Thursday. We're going to do some work. And you can see, wow, Frankie, you sure progressed quite nicely since the last made a video on it. Yes, I have. Backplate's open back here so I can get the server hooked up to it. Where that server is over here, man. Yeah. These little servos here. I got these off Amazon. Oh, shitload of them. A whole bunch of them. So I'm going to install that stuff later on. Not now. Got a long ways for that is on there. That was the clevisest too, so I can control my rudders and everything. Do it appropriately, like we're supposed to be. Here's the back plate. I'm going to plank this originally, and we'll pop on underneath the deck here, and I'll put a lip beneath there. So it'll catch a plate, be nice and flush on it. It ain't going to fall through. That's all. And makings. Tonight's episode, we'll give you a hell of a handsome load of brass here. See those eyelets right there? We're going to put them on here. That's going to be tonight's agenda. Okay, fellas.
Well, that's been done, you know. Let me take a little walk around here, show you how much we got finished. I'll get the pilot hole. What the hell happened now? I'm also gonna do some weathering on here too. Okay, on the chat board we got back watch. The rest will follow. I'm quite sure of it. I've been doing some research on this thing. This thing is it's a form of a railroad tug out in the rivers. And also it was an icebreaker and a towboat too. So these things towed a lot of coal barges. So actually these things were railroad tugs. Danish railroad tugs. The St. Nude, and they changed it to St. Canute. I'm doing my research on this thing. I think I'll go ahead and do some weathering on the thing right now. Start toning down this brown a little bit on here. And after that, we'll go ahead and fit that and put those portables on here. This is nice. This thing is very pricey. So you think run about $300. Now I got this on eBay. I think I paid around $2 something for it. Like I say, no instruction booklet. Along with the instruction booklet, there's probably there's a band that goes across the top of this funnel up here with this chrome. That chrome piece goes on here. It slides on there. It's adjusted. And it's supposed to be all red color. You got a decal that fits across there, a Danish decal on there. Things are pretty. I haven't got to the hull yet. I just want to finish up the superstructure here, and the hull will be a snap. But I got to drill holes, other holes. It's all the same. Also, I got to put a rub rail. I put a rub rail on the side here. It's got the all sanded down for the finish and primed, and any imperfections. Little filler, sand, prime, paint, voila, done. Child's play. It's going pretty good though. My Yulin's going quite well. Yeah, I like old billing kits. You know, billings were quite truthful. Billing boats, they were the first. They were the first frame company I ever dealt with my whole life. When it comes to wooden kits. Phone was talking back to me. It was so yeah, man. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research on this thing, though. Building boats, they're pretty cheap back in the 1970s. And nowadays they're sky high. Like my Yulin, for example. I know I paid $400 for that thing. But man, now I kid you not, now I find there's $600. Jesus. Well, I'm gonna break out my pastels. Now, where are pastels at? Huh. What the hell they went to? Can't find my pastels. Oh, here they are. Man. Boy, if I was a snake, I would have been bit 5 times. Okay. get something done here. You can see it's pretty well detailed. I'm going to think a good weather job, boys. See what's on here. Joe Pursuit 24. How you doing, buddy? Thank you, bud. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, welcome to Thursday night show. Right now, we're going to do some fitting out and do a little weathering on my Danish tugboat, Danish railroad tug, St. Canute icebreaker. This is all RC right here. Hull is completely covered with resin inside and out. No fiberglass. I couldn't find any fiberglass. And it dawned on me, yeah, you got fiberglass, Frank, at a far, far away place, like storage. Oh, man. Well, you know, that's optional. You know, when you build plank and frame hulls like that, you want to seal them, you know, and you don't have fiberglass, resin will do. Just make sure it's equally coated, a good liberal coat on it. Make sure it's covered nice and smooth until it's all completely covered. And do it inside and out. This thing is done inside out. And earlier in the video, for those just tuned in, I went made the inventory. I was really had my fingers crossed and hoped and prayed that I have at least a servo here I can grab a hold of and install into their tugboat. And I hope they're all not locked up in storage. Well, Santa Claus. Santa Claus. I got a shitload of these darn servos. I got these from Amazon. I got about 50 of them. Well, I got about 30 of them in here, and the rest are in storage. So I'm doing pretty good on. I can go as far as I can with these brake control boats there, as long as I keep building them. I can put these servos in for my brother only. So they go back here, this opening back here. I haven't done that yet. I haven't built a shelf there. People lay a platform across there. I can put my servo on there. And yeah, but it works, everything. So I got the servo here. And I got the clevis too, used for the rudder. So that's these are very essential to have, because you can be able to adjust your rudder. And these wonderful, 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 wonderful fittings. I got plenty of stuff there to finish this. Got all the threaded rod and everything for my pulls on my servos for the rudder. Man, this think of trick we got done. I got a little coffee before we get started. Yeah, Moses tuned in. We're gonna have a good show tonight. My apologies for last night. I was a little tired last night, so I kind of overslept a little bit. I've been up all night long. I haven't slacked off yet. As you can see how much I got done in this thing. I'll just that one day I missed. Like I say, I'm knocking them out pretty good. I got some stuff coming in from the mail, from eBay. I got me some copper paint and everything. And son-in-law ordered me a can of copper paint and some spray on black and aerosol. So as soon as that aerosol gets here, that black aerosol, I'll probably do a little bit of work on the macaroons and get her going. But I got a lot of work to do here. A lot of work. Okay. Pop that sack off it over here. Where? Oh, there it is. No, I couldn't find it. bit already. Yeah, I had a wonderful time, boys. I'm having a hell of a good time right now. I'm glad you guys tuned in. I got some stuff coming in the mail. When I get mail call gets here, I'll show you guys. Got something special coming in. I got myself. I got my March Madness allowance. So I bought myself some. Got some paint stuff coming in the mail. Guys, I'm not kidding. I'm getting that urge to start working on an HMS Victory by Heller. Hell, that'll be my darn third rodeo in that kit. A little miss. Not much, just a little miss. Just a miss. See, it seals that clear mat back here. It does it. It dries fast. It does. It seals that pastels on there. In other words, you don't put a seal on, like it'll come off your hands. You want it to come off your hands. You want it to stay on here. Nothing to write home about. Just simple enough. Okay, you control your brown, tones of your browns. Just brush very gently, like this. We'll just give a little miss. Just like that. Now, a little more up here now. Get a better bite. Yeah, right here. Whoops. Wrong stick. Right here. And you gotta just kind of feather in a little bit with your brush. With a little brusha. Come back. A little miss. Just like this. See how show a comparison, as you can see, just right before your eyes, right before your eyes. Okay, this is before. See it there? Nope. I just see a painted superstructure in your deck right there. Now, what do you see on this side? See how it tones it out? Magic. Pure magic. This book does exist. I see it with my own eyes. Do some research on this thing. I'm gonna go back and do some more research on it while this thing's uploading after tonight's show. And well, I can see, but I think it's a dirty boat. I mean, we're overworked. So those things, they're pretty dirty. So we're gonna make this thing as real as possible. Use this brown pastel stick here. I'm using. It dulls out that brown. It dulls it, but it still brings out the brown. See how it's, see how you're, see how it works with the brush? It just feathers it out. Now they're gonna be sealed. Don't get too heavy, just a dust. Just like that. That's all it needs. Come back over you a little bit more, like here. You control it. The more you do this, the more the color's going to be on this. make sure. Yeah. Oh man, that's magic. You just control the color by using pastels. A little more here and there. Nice little dusting. A mist. That's all it's going to get. No more, no less. Now, that's called Mr. Clean right there. Maybe too much of glow here. I'm like, yeah, too much of a glow. See, that's finished right there. No weathering there. I don't see nothing there. But if you turn this way, you will see some. You guys working on anything? A mist. Just like this. My phone's talking back to me again. Hold the phone, fellas. Hold the phone. Okay, great. Where the hell was I? Oh, I turned the elevator a little white. Yeah, the one where Dingy's at. Oh, gotta take a break here. That got pretty good, Phil. See that? Clean side. The side we just weathered. All righty. Take a break here. Oh, wow. Okay, fellas, let me put the superstructure back on top of the deck here. Oh, wonderful. We got 5 watching, 5 thumbs up on the chat board. We have Backwatch, he's with us. We got Overseas 24, he's with us. We got Mr. William Nelson, he's with us. Hello, Sir William. How you doing, dear sir? And we have Sir Daniel Britton on there too. How you doing, fellas? Welcome to Thursday Night Live. We're working on the Billing Boats railroad tugboat icebreaker St. Canute. Danish tugboat she is. I'm doing some research on this little girl right here. They're They use them as tow coal barges. They tow coal barges all through the rivers out there, up in Sweden, not Sweden, up to Denmark, all through there, and probably by up there where the Ulan's at, Ebeltoft, all through there. Ebeltoft rivers, and this is a rear control. I bought this when I was living in the trailer. So I figured it'd be a nice little RC project to work on, which is difficult somehow. But something to admire. Okay, we get done. You can see the weathering out here. How I weathered the decks and everything there, weathered the side. Then I go ahead and I can build my boat cradles on there, David's on there. But before I get to the fitting out of the plastic fittings you the kit, I'm gonna go ahead and add the brass on next. So I got swing on the starboard side, get the starboard side weathered precisely like I did on the port side. Then everything else is fine. We're gonna put the brass eyelets on there. Right now, Uncle Frankie Day is gonna come over here and get some more coffee. We're gonna have some fun tonight, fellas. Come out, wherever you are. Boy, it was black as tar. So, let me show you. Yeah. Okay, here I am. Okay, guys. I went out and got me something on eBay. Somebody for it. And I treated myself to something. We get back to the model. Intermission time. Get all night, boys. Get all night long. I said, what the hey, Frank? I'm going to treat myself for something for a while. I said, man, here we go. All over again. So I went and ordered a 1/32 scale Hobby Boss B24 Liberator. And I got me some paint because I'm thinking about going back. Thinking about working on the HMS Victory over there by Heller. That'll be my third rodeo in that kit. Boy, babe, I should live so long. But I got some paint to. Like I said, I sent away a bunch of paint supplies in the mail. So I got that coming in next week. And so I get some good deals going down. And I'm happy, though, to get that B24 Liberator. So I got one just like that in storage. But this is going to be built live. I'm doing right here live. Hope everybody out there had a wonderful day today. You guys working on anything right now, or you just back here kicking back, grilling and chilling? I'm not ready to do some work on this tugboat here in a couple seconds. I'll just take a little coffee break. Yeah. before I get started here. Well, I had fun on that little tube right there at tugboat. Had such a tall funnel, that thing. You know, I can see why. I think this thing is coal fired. At one time, it probably was. Because the higher the stack you got, the more you had to worry about getting that soot all over the place. Keep the boat cleaner that way. Yeah, I'll get that B-24. I'll get started in that one. Wish I like that B-24 Freddie sent me, though. I got my Lady Be Good up there, flying up there. My Lady Be Good. That was very tragic. I watched that on YouTube probably about, oh, good God, how long ago was that? Not too long ago. I was living here. I was living here in this. I was living here in this building. That must have been about 3 months ago. And I watched it at full footage. That was tragic. To this day, they had a big time navigation problem. I think that thing went on a mission with a non-functioning navigator. Man, that's horrible. That's awful. Yeah, I'll take the chat board over here. I'll see what's going on here. I've been slacking off too much. Yeah, thank you, fellas. Yeah, the coffee cup is always empty. Ain't a kid that is. Hey, Mr. Dingy Schultz out from Texas. He's with us right now. How you doing, O'Dingy? Thank you, buddy. God bless you. Yeah, that was very tragic. You know, with the Lady Be Good. You know something? To walk over 80 miles, man. Oh, I'll tell you, you get lost out there in desert like that. That's the sea of the desert. And I think I'll send you away a decal set. Lady Be Good. I'm gonna put it in my B-24 up there. Let me show you guys where it's at right now. That's what I like about webcam. I pick a thing up and do anything I want with it. Roundels are correct and everything. Well, I like to have that Lady Be Good on the side. Yeah, guys, I know you before the hell of an airplane. I liked them. But the Achilles heel of the B-24 Liberator is like the old saying, nothing is greater or less the strength and the less length of a chain. It's right through that Bombay right there. The Davis wing right there. They got a spar with a fuel tank across there. Man, you hit that, that's it. It's also very very weak too. Very weak. Not much to break that thing though. You placate that thing, you're finished. You're done. You're done. Well, we got a full house tonight. Yeah. And you get the sand in your eyes. It's also abrasive too. Oh, you out there in that darn sun out there, it just bakes all your tear glands. It causes you go, you work, and you just cause a lot of abrasions. That's why those guys that couldn't see nothing, almost blind. Oh yeah, ain't a kid there, buddy. You're right about that, Danny. You have the sharks of the heat, the sand, and the and blistering sunshine will just bake you alive out there in that desert. And vultures out there will flourish on you. It sure is. Either drive by the sand or by the sea. The sea of sand or the sea of the sea. We'll get back to the St. Canute. Do some weathering on it. So you see how the weathering on it? Now, we'll get this side look like the other side. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, William. Yeah, that movie Jaws, that was psychologically kind of blew people away. Watch that movie. A lot of people wouldn't go near the ocean after seeing that. You know, sharks are they're just fish. They got to eat too, you know, and stuff. It shows you what the things can do to you. You know, they're get a hold of you. I seen them things eat themselves before. Unbelievable. One good thing about them, they're good eating though. That meat is white as snow. Good old shark steaks. Boy, it was with garlic lemon butter on there, paprika. Man, I'll tell you guys a story. My dad and a buddy of his were proprietors of I guess back in those days, a restaurant, seafood restaurant called the Very Inn. Yeah, a lot of German people catered to that place because they had a lot of German cuisine in there, you know. And that's probably the first job I ever had, you know. I mean, that amounted to anything other than a paper route or cut grass and stuff like I normally did. Extra money, you know, wasn't too bad. And Bill Stevenson was his name. He had a big old fishing boat. It looked like an old World War II minesweeper. And we went up there to the Channel Islands out there, out in California. We live in Ventura, California. Went to Anacapa Island, catching caught about a couple 16-foot white shark, a couple 16-foot blue shark. So you got a lot of blue shark out there. The great whites, they're out there, but up north more. But around where I was from, there you got a lot of you got bull sharks and mostly blue sharks. And the bull sharks are the meanest mean sharks there is. They attack no reason. But like I say, we cut a shark. We cut it up there like that and use it as chum. And we took big sticks of the sharks. Boy, that things were good eating. Them sharks were excellent. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. But that was sealed. It's sealed now. It's sealed now. on. The hand is always quicker than the eye. Magic right here. And they got riding risers that come out over here. You arch over. Because you got your pelican hook back here where you toe at. As they toe out there, you have these little riding rails where they ride over. This here gimbals with the cable. These were nothing but railroad tugs. Oh, okay. We're good. Coffee time. Check chat. What's going on here? Well, we got a pretty good. Got 3 watching, 5 thumbs up. I don't know, Ding. I don't think I've got you lights on this thing at all. But I do got some really controlled tugboats in my storage that have that the lights light up and everything that work. I'm doing good to put the motor to this thing. I think we'll have ready for some brass. Let's put this stuff back in there. Yeah, that would know where it's at now. It's over here. But I want that's from where I put it. That's just going to stay. Yeah. We'll start getting on rest going now, guys. Yeah, get some glue on here. Get started this damn thing. Clumsy, clumsy, clumsy. Oh boy. All these flowers right here, I haven't painted them yet though. I was thinking about leaving them brass. Something different. I think it's a pity to paint brass. But they should be painted. I had to plank all that stuff around that pilot house right there. The wheelhouse. Throw away everything in there. Pop come from. What's all that? There you go, fellas. Inside those eye ports right there where the skylight's at, you got prisms inside there. I didn't realize that. I kept looking, thinking, well, am I seeing things or what? But there's glass in there, glass prisms that magnify the glass and lights up on the inside. It's strange. Well, it does a real job like a real one was, though. Everyone want to know how they get light inside cabins in these old tugboats like that. It come from prisons. Nothing to home about. Old fashioned technology has worked for years. It still does. Well, I can't wait to get my stuff out of storage. I was ready to control stuff. That pond out there is taunting me. Yeah, perhaps someday where they will make 1/200 scale model of the Indianapolis. I'm surprised Trumpeter or I Love or Merit hasn't produced one yet. Wonderful. There we go, boys. This thing should have cheer up pretty good now. What are we gonna do this side? fell. Yeah, he fell. Well, I got your back. I'll watch every move you made. You fell. What about? That's kind of as complete. Yes, sir, boys. Uh, oh, man. You just pop in, don't they? go. One. Nice. Oh, yeah. And he's phoned to something else. That's where we live in today. Ugh. Okay, we haven't been watching the chat more. They're too busy concentrating on this build here. Okay, we got 3 watching, 5 thumbs up on the chat. We got Dingy still with us, Daniel Brittany still with us, and Mr. William Nelson, he's with us. Back watching, still with us. Oversee 24, he's still with us. Yeah, those portholes on their dinghy, they just press fit. I had to glue them in skylight. And the first one, they just pop right in there. So wow. Anyway, I took some cryolite glue. I put some right behind there. Make sure they won't pop out on me. But yeah, they're press fit. They go in there pretty good. They're pretty snug. I like the brass on there. Oh, you know I am. Because when I get my other check, I'm going to send away for a speed control and a radio and a battery put in this thing. And the same thing in my steamer. I got that pond right across the street. I could be in that water. If I leave this here building right now, I could be in that pond less than 3 minutes. Put a lawn chair out there, just set it out there. Oh man, it's nice out there. Really, I explored the whole thing. And I tell you, I gotta get these things in the water. And I'll have a nice good video of that. Just like we did at the old place when I lived in the trailer. Even the old house I had. And I sure miss those ponds. You know, every time I took my sailboat out there for a sail, I've always wondered, man, I got to enjoy this as much as I can because someday, well, I ain't going to have this anymore. I sure hope it ain't starting right now. But I'm going to make sure because as long as I'm healthy, I know I can do it. I can go to the pond and take the boats up for a good sail. Make some good videos for you fellas to look at. Yeah, to be a lot about outdoor live sail pictures, videos coming up. Well, guys, I get some good Tennessee sunshine on my hide. Get my skin nice and dark again. And yeah, take a little toot right here. Saint Canute, little toot, Saint Canute. Very interesting subject. And the hull is pretty well solid with resin on there. I put a good liberal coat on that, inside and out. This thing is strong, very strong. So if you don't got no fiberglass and you got resin, resin will work just as well without fiberglass, but it works better with fiberglass because it's appropriately designed that way for those two different materials. But if you don't have it, like I got fiberglass in storage, ain't doing me no good here. So well, if I go ahead and just resin the hull that way because it'll be strong, as long as it's sealed. That's the main thing, which it is. Acts like a shell. That's what it does. It puts a shell plating across your planking. It's nice and hard, so you have to worry about it. It's rock hard. It cures too with age. It's hard, real hard, and so might even paint the inside a little bit too. I'm on. But right now I'm concentrating on this unit, on the superstructure on this thing. I'll get that done. Get that hull, get that thing all shaped up. I got holes I got to drill, hawse lips I got to drill out, scuppers I got to put on there, rub rails I got to put on top of there. I got to straighten out the calf rails which go on top of here. And I got to mask that deck down to keep any paint getting on the deck. And when it's all done, I'm going to rub that deck down real good with some pillow pad and get some kind of polyurethane that deck. And I got to put the combing inside here too, so the top will snap on. I don't want that thing blowing off up in the water. This thing's just a small job. It's 150 scale. So imagine you had 148 scale figures. I don't know. 148 is a little big. Building boats. What do we now? What is next to go, I think? Risers and boat Davids. Everything else is deck furniture. That will be done when the hull gets all done. I guess I can resume on boat Davids. Boat Davids. Now, now, until we got here. So you do on this thing. Where was that doggone? It's right there. Okay, good. there. I think it's another day now. We've got the helm on there. We've got the medical. Indoor telegraph was on there. Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah. I got that big old huge Hartman tug I got. That definitely will catch bluegill, that damn thing. That's wonderful. What? It's just amazingly strong, guys. This hole is amazingly strong. Yeah, you can buy that fiberglass. Only it's sealed. That's the main thing. Man, this shooting structure is getting heavy. You know, it looks better already when it's all weathered right there like it does. It's an improvement. Also stained all that wood right there. Oils. Yeah. Good, good Danish technology. I like European the hull lines on European vessels. They're very appealing to me, very much. I'm just now getting into research on this here vessel. I still know pretty much less about it, but I should know more about it, which I will. I'll learn that too. But I do know one thing. It's a towboat and an icebreaker all in one hull. Very strong hull. And it's known as a railroad tug. They tow all these coal barges all through the canals up through there, the Denmark Straits, and all through Abeltoft, all through these areas, Holland Hitlerland, and place to get in general. Definitely seagoing. I bet she's a coal burner. That amounts to the big tall funnels she had. Very tall funnels. I would say that's probably a vintage of the 1930s. That's a called signs of a workhorse tug with a tall funnel, like at the coal burner, with a tall funnel to exit that coal smoke, keep it from smoking the superstructures and stuff. I got a big old Jersey City tug by Dumas. I'm looking at it right now. It's only about 6 feet away from me. That might be a good summer build for me. I got a lot of stuff coming your way, fellas. A lot of stuff. You know, my modeling mojo's getting a little better every day. Of course, you can see how much I've gained since the last video about a day ago or so. Yeah, I like Billings kits. Billy boats are good kits. When I was very young man, I never heard of them before. I never heard of Billy because of course, they're all the way from Denmark, you know. But they didn't back in those days. They didn't have stuff like that out there like do nowadays. So all this free exchange and everything you get, all this foreign exchange you get, all the mail you get, was universal throughout all nations to sell commercial products of anything. There was this place one time. What the hell was that place at? Newberry's. Yeah. It was a kind of department store. I don't think the place exists anymore. An old apartment store one time. Which don't exist today. It's just all by memory in my head. But you get a lot of cool models there. One time I rummaged there one time. And I seen the Denmark that they had. I go, wow. So man, where did this come from? They had boxes of them. I've never seen anything in my life. Where are these from? And you can tell by looking at them, they're from a different country. The way they were boxed, these old building boat kits. And it says made Denmark. The Denmark. How much that kit was it? $12.95? Yeah, it was $12.95 for that kit. Less fittings. Fittings did not come with them back then. They had to be ordered separately. And my dad, he always went into Newberry's to get get a lot of drafting paper and stuff like that. He said he'd be a draftsman, and everything, and he'd get all this paper and everything. And I'd probably take a look at this over here. I want to look like it. Oh wow, Dad, look at that. This one's come from a different country. But Dad says, yeah, it says made Denmark. So he bought it for me, and I worked on it. And man, this thing's a lot of work. This kit. Oh yeah. All it takes, I'm thinking about those kids. That's old school kits, old school kits. So you got to be used to that. Which they were. These kits were very old school. A lot of people didn't buy too many, especially in the United States of America. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that. Let me retract that statement. They weren't very popular, but they were buildings were holding their own in America. A lot of people bought them and built them. Were very happy with them, and they knew they put a lot of work into it to make them look like this. This kit here is child's play compared to the old school kit. Even the Yulin over there is child's play compared to the old style design that they had. I've got the old style design in my storage. And I got the old style design above me in my Isabella, my Spanish galleon. Those kits were rougher than a cob. I think I made 40 videos on the Isabella on YouTube about 9 years ago. That's most I've ever achieved on YouTube. I ever did. Also did one on the USS Ward too. And those kids, like these building kits, when you get these kits, they the bulkhead's already been cut out already for you already. Some of them are printed on the print sheet. You had to cut out with one of these little coping saws. Which you got one over here, hung somewhere around here, out of harm's way. And a lot of work. They're designed to be built, not to be assembled. And they believe you me, they were built. Just like this here. This was built. Even as simplified as they made it. See, buildings has changed a lot. This kid here is a child's play kid. Same thing with the Yulin. Everything is laser cut out for you ready. That saves the time cutting out yourself, which is great. I like that. And you pay for that too. Absolutely. That's why these kits are up the top, because you're going to pay for that technology. And we do pay for it. Yeah, Dingy. The stack is PVC pipe. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's like about 3/32 thick. It is probably about 1 inch PVC. Yeah, no mistake about it. You're right. I wondered that too when I first opened up the kits. I said, wow, what's that stack made out of? That's like PVC pipe. I was right. You're right. You're right, Dingy. It is, buddy. No mistake about it. We'll tell you a story about this job right here. I like to shop on eBay once in a while. I get a lot of stuff there. I try to stay away from the kids, but sometimes I can't help myself to get something off eBay, because sometimes you get some good deals going down. I'm serious. I mean, if you're really an avid eBayer, you have very good eyes. Your eyes can see, and they get in tuned, and the product you're interested in purchasing, and you see a hell of a damn deal. This guy wants $800 over here. I get the same thing, $200. I'm buying it right now. So see, kind of deal stuff like that, which help. You can't blame me. I can't blame no one. So a deal's a deal. That's what it's all about. Anyway, these normally run about $300 something. No fooling. There are all kinds of vendors out there that sell these things. They're around $300, but you can get them $200 and something on up. I'll say probably about 200 on up. Well, I was on eBay looking around, $200. Well, damn, hell yes. That's cheaper than $400. So I got it. Now I know why. To my horror, when I opened the box, make an inspection, take a look at it, it was neatly packed. It had some kind of bubble wrap on top of it, which is good. I know that didn't come with the kit, but I know it's been opened. It said open box, which what to expect, but with exploded views of all the parts and everything like that. What I was trying to say, guys, there was no instructions came with this kit. I said, oh shit. How in the hell I'm gonna build this damn thing? With no instructions. No wonder I got this for $200. And I know it didn't come from the factory because I bought it off somebody. I think what it was, the guy had instructions of this thing, had intentions of building it, and decided to exempt the whole deal. And said, screw it. Shelved the model and sold it on eBay to get his money back. With the instructions and everything like that, it turned into a case of out of sight, out of mind. And with the missing instructions, Up top is this chrome band up here. That's how it's a mask band. That's supposed to be painted red. And the stack itself is some kind of a cream color. I will research that out before I do any painting on this thing, on that stack. Everything else I'm happy with. But that stack, if we're doing anything on it, I gotta do some research on it using Google search, my search engine. And I will find out what colors the stack is. But anywho, there's a decal band that goes around that stack up here. This band's supposed to be painted red, and I get a gold decal band that fits around here. That's probably with instructions along with the flag. It's gone. It's in that guy's domain, and I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna have to go for potluck or do some research or try to get a hold of Billings or something. You already shorted me a Canute on my Yulin. I contacted these knuckleheads twice. I said, that's okay. I got my little lathe over here. I'll trim you one out of wood or somehow. Replace it if I have to. But anyway, like I say, when I first bought one of these milling kits, it's $12.95 it cost. That was the Denmark. I'm hoping let's take a look at this thing. You know, my dad and I both worked on it together. That was the last model we both worked on. It was definitely foreign. It came all the way from Denmark. I said, "Wow, this is a beautiful ship." I asked my dad, "What kind of ship is this thing?" He says, "It's a training ship." So they got cadets. All nations got tall ships used as cadet training ships. A lot of guys become officers. A lot of them become enlisted personnel. A lot of people get a lot of education at the sea using these ships to represent the country and also makes a sailor out of you. So I thought it kind of like the Coast Guard Cutter Eagle. That goes exactly. Absolutely the same thing. And they give you a little small book, you know, it had a picture of the model. It's all built, all the beautiful looking fittings on that damn thing. I said, dang. I said, Dad, there's no fittings in these things, and they're gonna buy those things. Went to the hobby shop and ordered the fittings. It's called Bob's Hobby Shop. Went in there, so Bob ordered some model ship fittings. Well, yeah, what kind of fittings you need? I said, I need some billing boat fittings. For what? For the Denmark. I went down to Newberry's and bought a Denmark down there for $13. He goes, well, that's a pretty good deal. I said, yeah. So their kits, they don't come finished with it. Yeah, I found out. It said in the book right there that they purchase a fitting set that can be obtained from your hobby shop. So here I am. Okay, I'll have it for you in a couple of weeks. How much are they? He said $39.95. That was 1970. Okay, you got it. I gave him some money. And he ordered it for me, and they got there. Boy, my dad and I, we built that ship together. It was wonderful. My mother, she's a very good seamstress. She had a Singer sewing machine, and she always sewed. She always made clothes for us kids. Back in the 1950s, I think they're pretty tight. You know, World War II came to an end. All those kids, you know, we're all post World War II baby boomers. You know, and 1950s was very beautiful years. I lived a most wonderful, adventurous life back in those days. I lived all over the world. I lived in the Philippines, lived in Japan, lived in Hawaii, all over the place. Boy, a lot of travels. I've learned a lot. Got a lot of education too. Yeah, these building kits, the fittings contain is brass, plastic, mostly brass and plastic, prefab parts. You get different shapes of blocks of wood there. These are deck houses. They're all going to be individually probably veneered over with plastic parts and stuff to make the parts in this bag. Multimedia kit, more or less. But Billings, they more or less they're brass freaks. That's one thing I loved about billing kits. Oh, just like those brass funnels right there. I always loved the brass on those things because that's really when I built the Denmark. My father and I we built the Danish training ship Denmark. We built that. You know, I was really amazed at all that brass. You know, and in the 7th instruction booklet, I remember that Eleanor Billing when he published that the instruction manual of that kit. He said most people, most modelers think it's a pity to paint brass. A lot of them don't, but there's no such thing as polished brass on the Denmark. Everything was painted, which was right. But all that beautiful looking brass, you know, has been turned from the lathe and everything. This is all brass. Now the two cow vents on top of the engineering house where the funnel's at, that's plastic. This is all brass. Of course, all those portholes are brass. Don't want to paint that stuff. Looks nice. Gives model character a little bit. I could put the riding risers on top there too. I'm gonna make those. I got the davits gonna go on there. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Oh yeah. I had to go to the internet, went to Billings, USA, for instruction manual on the internet. I finally got it and downloaded the instruction manual there, how to work off the computer, just build this thing. With that, I could not build this model. I couldn't. The instruction booklet was gone, and the plans they give you, it's gone because of the kit. That's the first thing caught my eye. So where the hell's the instructions to this damn thing? So what it was, the guy who had the kit before I did probably took the instruction manual out and looking at it and set it aside, so I put it back in the kit, laid it somewhere, and probably got buried with other crap on top of it. He closed up the kit, put the kit somewhere, decided I'll piss, so I'm not gonna do that damn thing. I got something else I gotta do. I'll put it eBay, get my money back. And didn't take the time to look, keep in mind they took the instructions out of this thing. Because when I saw it on eBay right there, all the parts were completely. I saw the box sitting at the side, but right below the box had exposed views of all the fittings and the wood and everything on the kit right there. And I figured it didn't show it had no picture of the plans there and nothing. So I assumed, which I made a fool out of myself, that the plans were inside that box. Nope, they weren't. Just like you, Dingy, you had to go to the internet, buddy. Thank God for the internet. Let's save you for us modelers.